You're listening to the Starfall Actual Play Podcast. Starfall Actual Play Podcast is a combination of short stories, audio dramas, and actual role-playing to tell a much larger story. In this episode, something is in the space shuttle, and it's Dave's job to get it out. Could be worse. I want to thank our Patreon backers, and because you guys have been so awesome, we're going to be adding some extra content. Coming up, we're going to start having special, let's just say drunk after show conversations, where we talk about the game that just happened, stinking drunk. And that's going to be available only to Patreon backers. Now, by the way, we're trying to reach our goal of having 8 backers. Currently, we only have 3, and we need as much help as you possibly can get. Even if you became a $1 backer, that becomes a big deal for us. That really helps out. So please consider becoming a backer. Once we get the 8 backers, I'm going to start doing the puzzle postcards, because we've got something kind of cool that we've been hiding from you, but the only way you can find it is by deciphering the puzzle that gets sent to you in these postcards. And the postcards are kind of cool too, because they're drawn by myself or one of the cast members, and it's all Starfall themed, so it's a lot of fun. Let's see. Also, check out starfallrpg.jackmonkeygames.com. I've got all kinds of extra information about the game going on there. And I've been working on some more information about player characters. I've been working on more information about the Gadar. If you want to find out what's going on with the Elome, or why is Reza always drunk? Well, you can find that information by going to the website. Also, consider picking up a copy of Roll vs. Roll. This is the cards that we use to inspire the gaming. Sometimes a player can use a little help when it comes to coming up with a role-playing concept, and these cards kind of help out with that. Okay, without further ado, get the show going.
This episode contains strong language like scrup, skadonk, and now and then Terry talks about, work. Listener discretion is advised.
Go to www.jackmonkeygames.com, sign up for our mailing list, get a free demo copy of Roll vs. Roll, and check out the really cool artwork that I'm doing on a regular basis, all in the theme of Starfall.
Hi, I'm Rocket Bob. Do you need a new spacecraft? We have the best selection of new and used spacecraft in the Confederacy. We will not be undersold. Take the 6-year-old Starmaster Cruiser. Just look at that chrome. She can take 4 passengers and come standard with a star drive. Just $45,099. Just $45,099. Need a family craft? This Sunstar Hopper home can show the kids the belts of Warzard like nothing else. Just look at the observation window. It's huge. Just $100,099. Just $100,099. Come on down to Rocket Bob's used spacecraft for your next ship.
Some ships priced subject to change, credit and finance through Jod Credit Union. Some ships purchased as is, star drive not available in all models.
We last left that you guys had you joined forces with the church soldiers versus the Carcerovacs. You're in the ship, and you've just been able to get power on it enough to close the door.
You mean a physical strength to shut the door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So we did go in the ship.
Yep.
Time to make friends. Arcadia, we need you.
I don't want to seem very hospitable to these church soldiers. I have beef with the church, long-standing.
okay.
Any way that you're gonna have a beef?
I
Have a chow.
I kind of want to think about sabotaging them in some way and stranding them.
Okay.
But I'll need to work on that, I suppose.
Okay.
Because, for all I'm concerned, they can be eaten by the lizards.
I don't like them very much either. They could get in the bin.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the other hand, I'm upholding my brother Geronimus. Geronimus.
I'm scheming, though. I'm not outwardly salty at them yet. Salty.
Okay.
One of them is slightly angry at me, but what of it?
You piss off people for a living. And a hobby. So, you're having a good day.
So were we chased through the jungle by these Cosmovaxes, or did they kind of just
I'm also hunting
sit out?
They don't really have... They don't do the direct attack thing. Because physically you're not... You're actually stronger than the Cosmovax. They rely on pack tactics and surprise.
Ambush.
Are potentially any members that are surviving, are they potentially low class?
Are you talking about the patrol?
Patrol. Yeah, I was a patrol. Not us. That's a given.
I mean, yeah, some of them are from various planets. There's one from our hub, which is your home planet. I'm pointing at Pig-legged Stew there. Which is particularly low class. The entire planet is continuously rained. It rains on the planet like continuously, and the various houses are on stilts because there's just too much mud.
Perfect. He's a Queenslander. It's just like home.
I mean, she's right.
We still love you.
Do I happen to know someone?
All three of them?
A little bit.
Do I happen to know this guy?
No.
No?
I would have triggered that before.
I just thought, because we're inside, like, we've taken a moment, maybe I'd recognize him, but no. Okay. He's not who I thought he was. He just looks like someone I know.
Yeah.
Why they recognize me as good name?
They haven't recognized
So
you
it's
as
just that guy.
Arcadia.
Just that one.
Yeah, it's that one guy.
You
Thank
got
God he got eaten.
We got eaten.
Alright.
He's out of the picture.
Were you not working on repairing or finding out what was going on? You
So
did not very well.
I've attempted to shield the ship from whatever's interfering with all of our electricity, but I've only managed to partially shield it, and I'm not sure what functionality we've got back from that.
You don't think you could take off?
What about sensors?
Make a roll for me.
What would it be under?
This is when you wish you had Lava with you, because
Yeah.
she could get it working. You say,
Yeah.
Is it computers?
yeah, I'd say computers would work.
Yeah, that's alright, I got 4 of those.
It's up to you.
Yeah, that's
8, 10, 11.
11?
11.
Okay.
I would like to use these sensors, if possible, to check the signs of life nearby and potentially establish contact with our delivery party. I don't know.
Yeah, the delivery party.
Yeah.
Okay, so, you think you can send a message?
But
You-
not sure if we can.
So, what message would you like to say? Because we're going to record this, I'm going to add static to it, and I'm going to play it to them.
Alright, guys, we've been apprehended by church personnel. There are lots and lots and lots of lizard monsters out there, and bigger ones hunting them down. We're in a bit of a pickle. You guys need to get back to the ship ASAP.
Yeah, they're going to hate that. Okay, so that goes out, but there's no acknowledgement.
Yeah.
There isn't a
Just transmitting
message.
blind.
Yeah, there's nothing that gets sent back saying message received, or even the system doesn't even say that it actually made the connection.
Yep.
No little tick box next to the text message saying red. So.
That would be networking, and we don't have any of that.
Where are our weapons? Are they in this ship or in the other?
The what?
Where are our weapons?
Weapons are in this ship. So you guys would have full access to your weaponry. Whether or not the weapon will function is a different story. So, if it is a ballistic weapon, I'm going to say that there is a chance that it works. If it is a energy weapon, like a stun pistol, it does not work.
But I've got stun bands.
Mine works.
Which would not work.
Damn!
I mean, did they work to begin
Was
with?
it?
It's like a projectile shotgun flechette. Fucking.
Yeah, it's a basic. Yeah, it's a tight pattern flechette. It is a mechanical weapon. So yes, it does function.
Cool. So I've got that and the battle rifle I yoked off my good friend.
Yep.
I have a hornet's nest.
What about my stuff?
The hornet's nest.
No rocket launchers inside.
And you got
I might need it later.
Yeah, but I also have my boarding shotgun.
Anti-boarding shotguns work fine.
It's only going to be very good at close range, though.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much last ditch.
So you say...
Problem is with firing a hornet's nest when it's not operated is that the individual missiles that fire from it only go straight.
Yeah, but I might need it for whatever's eating the lizards.
True. And you might hit them with one or two missiles, which do a little bit of damage. It's the collateral damage that you're going to cause as all the missiles going in all sorts of directions cause all sorts of chaos. Hornet's nests are nasty and non-discriminate anyways.
They're not strong nasty.
I actually have a very good idea for how we should use the hornet's nest, but I'll save that for if we need to use the hornet's nest.
Do you have a good idea for how we should get out of this situation?
I've got an idea.
Oh, we're good at the moment. Just go to
Well,
bed.
I'll
and try and
we're
sleep
kind of
it
sitting
out.
ducks.
I kind of like
Yeah,
you said
but-
that the big thing is hunting the smaller lizards.
It's likely.
So can we maybe just wait it out, like, or can we go out and we can set up like some sort of trap? Maybe because it's like foresty, right?
Yeah.
So there's like heaps of stuff that's going to catch on fire. There's a fire. If we can like make a
You just
perimeter,
want fire.
yeah. If we can make like a perimeter of like flammable stuff,
They're gonna kill us later.
and then when we can trap the larger beast, we can trap the beast inside and set everything on fire and run away.
A flammable fire's good in a jungle.
It's
It
a forest,
depends if you
not
braked
a
it or
jungle.
not.
It's
I
dry
don't know.
woodlands,
You-
not tropical.
Well, the patrols didn't know whether it was a forest or a jungle.
Because they're stupid.
Well, I guess not me.
No.
Well, the problem with setting a fire is that it can be seen from space.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
From space.
The thermal images.
What? Oh.
Thermal images.
Maybe we could just maybe set up a giant church symbol and set that on fire.
Yeah.
Wait. Setting up putting religious symbols on fire.
No,
Yeah, we're not that kind of podcast.
Making a symbol out of fire.
Everything in
Yeah.
this podcast is
Okay.
fictional.
Because, I mean, look, it is the Church of Illumination.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure their swear word is flares. It's the swear word of choice.
Flez?
Flares?
Flares.
Flez.
Flares.
Flares.
Lares.
Plus.
I like Flez.
Plus.
Flez.
Flaz!
Flares Navi.
It's not- It's now Flez. Okay,
sure.
I'm gonna have to update the webpage.
There's
Flora's changing.
Which is the Starfall equivalent of darn it, gosh dolly.
Yeah.
golly gosh.
Golly gosh. Golly Flez.
Awesome.
I think fire.
FLEZ.
I think fire is delightful.
Maybe it's
Or
PH.
Northern
L-E-Z.
American.
Not PH, is it?
That's more like phlegm.
At this point, we're not going anywhere. We're stuck inside.
Yeah.
I mean, we can just
We're
wait
not
for them
stuck
to.
inside.
Well, if there's things outside, we'll
It's
we have
probably
food and
safer
stuff
to
in
be
it? How we
inside.
stay in there forever?
Yeah.
Like, we can wait for them to go, but that's probably. We don't know how persistent they are.
Well,
Wait, isn't there one inside? Maybe we should deal with the one that is inside.
Did the sensors show up any signs of life inside the ship?
Inside the ship. Yes. You believe that there is one inside the ship.
So we need to deal with that.
Alright. In a friendly manner.
And start fires.
Well, I can go make friends with it.
Okay. Tell me how you do it.
Can I feed somebody from the church?
Can you talk now?
It's only small.
That's
It seems small, it just needs space. You could borrow the hand, Alex.
Feed the lizard a lizard?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then he's going to get the taste for
Jerry.
Jerry
Alone, yes. Alone flavour.
Yeah,
No, but they said that they're not interested in eating alone because they're not.
Oh, yeah, true.
What food do we have?
Yeah, what's the plans do we have on the ship? How long can we stay on the sea?
You can survive. Because this is a shuttle, it's not meant for
long periods.
In fact, Jerry, could you make a roll for me?
What kind of roll?
Willpower.
Okay. 10.
You had food.
We had food. We have nothing?
The trip
we
down.
have a
The trip
little-
down was long.
Ah, you had everything!
Why?
You're going to have to chop off your tail for me.
This.
Aw.
I don't do well with rationing.
Are they playful? Can I, teach it to play fetch? What can I entice it with?
Well, it's probably hungry.
Somebody needs to sacrifice a toe.
I've only got
Jerry
5.
while she says that.
I just hold up my stump.
we can try the hand. We can use the hand.
Yeah, but then you might need it later.
Oh, you're worried about that.
You might need it later to grant wishes.
Yeah.
It's a Jerry
monkey paw.
Yeah, it's the monkey paw.
Can you do like a trail of like blood drops, like breadcrumbs, and make it like?
Yeah.
She was gonna sell it.
Yeah, we could just chop a finger off and hook it up in something and...
Yeah, I'm sure
like
there's a fist of Alomas toy.
How do you feel about this, Jerry?
Being objectified.
Like,
I'm not a product.
balm it and wrap it.
This
You
is
guys
not what
don't
I
see
had in
me,
mind.
you just see me for my stumps.
Can I try and feed some fingers to
Where are you going to get the fingers from?
from the hand?
Use
your
own hand.
While I am enticing him with alone fingers, use my magical animal sensibilities to make him my friend.
Okay. So,
James, okay?
The,
You got fed as bait.
so as you're going through the shuttle,
Got getting phantom
It's-
pains here.
are you by yourself? Do you have an entourage with you? These are all important.
We all know that there is a critter on board. Hey.
Yeah.
I have somebody with me.
Who do you have with you?
Someone of quick reflexes and weaponry.
You're probably the ideal person
Okay.
to go with.
So who doesn't own the hand you're feeding?
So be like, oh, the main
Okay,
meal was
so there was
done.
what you guys didn't see was that
Uh-oh.
Brody just pointed at Phil. So Dave is going.
I'm on babysitting duty. Just make sure this one doesn't get itself fucking eaten.
Okay, so you were, as I said before, this is a small ship. It's not really designed for long. In fact, it doesn't even really have a sleeping cabin. The airlocks are designed for moving cargo through it. It's got a decent sized cargo bay, and during flight, it barely has enough seats for everything. But there is, bathrooms and different rooms to store stuff, and they're more for packaging. So, as you're walking down the hallway, the lights are kind of dim because he hasn't able to get all the power. the lights are flickering, and there's various systems are powering up or trying to power up and failing. So every once in a while there will be like a discharge of steam coming from the life support system, and then it will fail. So you're walking through. I need a perception check from you.
That is my red
Yep.
thingy. I need.
And I won't tell you the target number because it's currently hiding. You have to beat its hiding roll.
Oh, we end up Ridley Scott.
Do I get to check as well since I'm dead?
Is that?
Do I get to check as well?
Yes. Being the fact that your life is on the line, yes.
Oh.
I've got an ability to roll everyone and stuff.
Even music.
That's great. Yeah, so I got 14, 18.
I need. So you got your Uber Scrub Nasty.
And, like, battle rifle.
Battle rifle, okay. How much damage does that do? I think it's like 5 dice.
Scrub Nasty.
Scrub Nasty does 4 plus 1.
I don't know about the rifle, I just picked it up.
Okay, I think it does 5
What
dice.
is the EpiPen?
Yeah, 4D plus 2 for Scrub Nasty.
So,
13, 18.
you hear something at the helm, and it seems to be chewing on something.
No.
And
Don't chew.
you hear kind of like a growling noise, but it's like that noise that cats make when they're eating and growling at the same time.
It's turbo eating the shit.
And you got an 18?
Yep.
You have noticed that this creature has caused scratch marks on the side paint. What do you do?
Naughtiest tail.
Since I'm the bodyguard and it's her show, I'm going to train my weapon on whatever it is.
Scrub Nasty or...
Can we see it
Bit
yet?
of both.
Okay. As you...
Well, actually, what's around me? Ideally, I'd like to rest the rifle on something so I can fire accurately one-handed and Scrub Nasty as well.
Okay, so what... You're going through the hallway. There's the half-open door to the helm. And as you poke your head in, you see all kinds of blood. This looks like Tully went through there. And there was some sort of fight. Because some of the blood splatter is not in a... And you see like something has been thrown against the wall. And you do notice that the blood splatter, however, there's an outline of a Carcervax. And then you see its tail around the front console. And there's a large console in the way. And you can see its tail. Make a perception check for me.
12.
You find it odd that the Carcervax would be laying on its back.
So, I'm not having a good time.
No.
You reach over and rub its neck.
This is what I was imagining.
I'm gonna keep my guns to the ready and slowly shift around the console so I get a full view of our mysterious upside down lizard.
Well, the tail's not attached.
Okay.
And what you see is a 8-eyed tusk, like this mouth of blood and gore and Carcervax organs, like teeth that go all sorts of directions. Very large. I want to call them tusks, but they're more like they're teeth, but they're designed for ripping open a carcass So, like a saber-tooth tiger, but in reverse. This thing has 8 eyes. It's heavily armored and has 6 legs. Each set of legs with a very powerful set of claws. And then you realize that the marks that you saw through the hallway was its sides and its spines scratching both sides of the hallway at the same time.
Yeah.
This thing is pretty big. It's about the size of a grizzly bear.
There's an intro. But you guys are not far.
Yeah.
And-
Inside, blow it up.
Does it?
In an enclosed ship.
No, because we wouldn't
Just
be
as
able to
well,
get
I'm
off.
safe with my brothers.
We wouldn't be able to get off the planet. So don't throw a grenade in there. Or use a rocket
Has it seen
launcher.
us yet?
No, it's too busy eating.
I'm going to start backing away slowly.
Yeah.
We all have tankers on the church transport bus.
We need to go back and tell this.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to get it off the ship. We need to lure it off the ship. If it's at the helm, why don't we just use the ejector?
It works really great in space.
Yeah.
Blow it up.
So we're gonna blow the ship up. Use the church here, and it's got like mad armor.
This is your ship.
Yeah, but what about
This is your
the
shuttle.
church? But the church guys had a shuttle as well, didn't they? That's how they.
They were-
Yes,
They were patrolling the ground.
patrolling the
They're
ground.
patrolling the ground.
Okay.
There's probably a transport somewhere, but it's like a ground transport. Wouldn't help you get back up to your ship. Back away. Okay. Make a stealth roll. You need a 10, otherwise it hears you.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. You can't run. It's
It
bad.
is fucked. It's alright, you can run.
Do I have stealth?
You can run. Arcady, run.
Oh,
Maybe you
sneak.
can
I have
It's sneak.
nothing. I am in trouble. Well, I mean,
Could it be?
I am
Katie
ready.
rolled better than Dave on a move check.
Okay, well.
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
Nope. Nope.
Well,
Isn't
Because
that?
I'm pretty
Isn't
her
sure
that
power
she's
die
actually
is
a
a
over.
1, which got rid of her 6. She rolled 3 dice, and the last dice that stayed remaining was a 1.
So I tipped over in usual Arcady fashion and
falls
landed straight
onto
on my
the
head.
animal.
And you screamed
Dave,
while you
save
fell.
yourself.
And I screamed, making heaps of racket.
Shut the
And Dave
door.
probably rolls his eyes.
Okay, so this thing
Shut the
pops
door
its head
with
up,
me in there.
and all 8 of its eyes look at you at the same time.
Then can I then do a... How good is my psychic shenanigans going on?
Give it a shot. You're rolling, what was it?
Blind blast.
Can I just like make myself
Unappetizing.
unappetizing?
Make a
Or,
roll.
like leave me alone? How many
I
have I
tried
got?
to do that before.
So you're still. We decided what? 2 dice?
I've got
Good
2
for you?
incense. I've got 1 in metaphysics and 2 incense.
2 incense? Okay, it's a sense thing. So roll 2 dice.
I don't want to. Shit.
Ah! 7? Okay. You need a 10.
Can I roll this again?
You just need. Yes, you roll a 6 again. You just need a 3. That's all you need.
Yes!
Okay, it looks at you
So fucking lucky.
and goes back to eating.
Woo! I'll save her for dessert.
That's the latest.
Sound for everything.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks, bruv.
It's gone back to eating, so you're all good.
Now shut the friggin' hatch.
Yeah.
And get out.
Get the hell out of there.
Okay.
Instead of shutting the hatch, I want to back away slowly and give it one corridor off the ship that isolates it from everything else, but lets it out.
Well, there is a straight shot between that and the back door. The thing is that that's the only way, because it's a really small ship.
Yeah.
So,
But
It's just a transit,
It's
big
just a
transit
shuttle.
van.
yeah.
But can we not ask some of our church soldiers guarding the door to stand in
A row, so
a
you them all.
perfect defensible position just inside the ship where they will be seen and charged instantly.
Yeah.
make a.
So my aim pretty much is for it to see church soldiers run at them and me close the door behind it.
Trying to kill two birds with one stone.
More
Can we
like
get
5, but yeah. Make a con roll.
I don't re-roll my 6 if I don't have
Yeah.
things there. So I got 14.
They're like, hell no. They're like, nope. This is a big pile of nope. Bait? No.
No, I'm not asking them to be bait. I'm telling them to take up a defensible position.
They'll take a defensible position. In fact, they're backing away and leaving outside the ship.
Yeah,
Oh, that's what we
they
that's
don't know
what we
what's
want.
down there,
Perfect.
do they?
There might be more out there.
Yeah, but they don't know what's down there.
They don't know what's in the fridge.
They might think that it's just another one of the little lizard things.
Okay, wait a second. A War Median says, look, we got a problem. Guys, all sign up over here and look defensive. When a War Median's afraid of something, that's not good.
I have persuasion.
I have con.
I have persuasion.
We just need to get out of its way when it decides to leave, but also not have ourselves out in the open. Either that, or we need to try and fight in a place where if we fight, we're going to break our own ship.
I want to get rid of the church people before they figure out who I am.
Yeah.
It's always a factor. Because there's a big bounty on your head. So, what are you guys going to do?
I'm going to prepare to shoot exoskeletal arachnid crazy monster in one of its 8 eyes.
It's probably more like
Does
an
that
ant
mean
that has
anything
6
to me?
legs.
Was that?
Crazy exoskeleton arachnid. Like, from the descriptions of it, would I know what
Oh,
it is?
yeah. You know exactly what it is. It's called a Thunder Bear.
So what you're saying is that what we need is a pop ranger.
Yeah, they're very dangerous. Mainly because most weapons bounce right off of them. Here's what's scary. They're not the apex predator.
So there's something bigger than the Thunderbear. What are we doing here?
Well, there's a reason why the park rangers are so badass.
Specific that is effective.
Mama
in this
Bear is currently
situation.
having a very bad day.
So away.
You guys actually get the easy part.
Is there a way for us to signal the pop rangers non-electronically?
Yeah, smoke signals. On that note, is a communication device in my arm working or not?
No. Communication is.
I have like no skills.
Can Atrium, get to people?
Oh!
Commune or something? I don't know.
Take a look at your telepathy.
We need to clear this thing out of the ship and then lock it down.
So,
Ella.
if you take a look at your telepathy,
Unaware of location, but in same systems.
so what's the target number for that?
We're also going to
20.
I haven't
Okay.
been rolled anything higher than a 10.
Yes.
Oh, baby.
However, take a look at your other abilities, and you have access to the ship again, which would have a cohort in there.
Yeah.
It is possible to reach them.
So who am I looking for? A Park Ranger.
Well,
Is that what we want me to do?
I reckon Rangers probably
Just one?
bet.
Wouldn't we be
Does
sort of...
anyone
Do they
who
have
can
like
help
a
us in
park
this
ranger
situation?
headquarters where they will have smoker?
Don't we have like little outposts and stuff? Like,
All over the place.
yeah, this place is outposts.
Alright. So is that sense?
It would be sense. A cohort in Met would give you an additional.
Just haven't been rolling very well. Too much pressure.
Welcome to my life.
10, 15.
15? No.
Unless. We don't know where any of the park rangers are, do we? Do we have any friends who are park rangers? Close friends takes off 5.
Yeah.
Damn.
Just 0.
What about like calling? I don't know, like
Can I just send out like a beam, like an SOS type thing? But yeah, we don't want
It
people.
doesn't quite work that way.
I don't know, calling more
Says-
church.
No. Because there's more chance someone will recognize our Katie
We can just hide her.
in the bin.
We can hide her, and we can say that
That's
she
what
was. Have they seen her come back from looking for that animal?
Yes.
She can go back and look for it again and suddenly disappear. She was eaten.
Oh, no. Now you're tired.
Yeah. From the church.
Okay.
Because I'm sure they're probably interested in like saving her. Just somehow work a way to get out and just con our way out of it. You got a Bible, I've got a church symbol, we're good to go.
She also has a really big bounty on her head.
She's hiding.
And Reza is in the picture.
And I could help hide her.
Can you please get to it?
I could. As long as you don't move, I can hide you. I think.
Just a bit of
Oh, hide? Yeah.
I'll just get
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as I roll all right.
Yeah, well, her particular cloister is sanctuary gifted, which they specifically are trained to hide other psychics.
Quick, get behind the sheet. Yeah.
Yeah, don't move. Let's do
So
it.
all
Will
of
you tell us
her,
back?
all of her psychic abilities are about hiding people and things like that.
Okay. So, guys, I reckon like we need to like actually call more church. Like no, like they're not like the rangers aren't responding to
How are we gonna...
psychic calls.
Wait, so
How are we going to
Adrian
summon
can
more of the
only
church?
hide psychics, or can
No, she can hide anyone.
Doesn't that mean we could go undetected through the jungle until we find an outpost?
And you got to be stationary.
Yeah. Can't move.
So that's part of the.
stationary
okay.
on top of some sort of vehicle.
Moving, but
He said like if we start fires, like that's gonna like attract.
Yeah, you
Probably
can see
like-
it from space.
You can see it from space.
Yeah.
There's a church ship orbiting.
There's a church fleet.
Church fleet.
I'm
So
not sure
something
that
will
I'd
come
wanna-
down.
Get that kind of heat. We should probably just try to take this thing out ourselves.
What?
Or at least isolated in the ridge by
But just
itself.
hide us all until it gets full and goes to sleep.
Or just
But
hide
you
us
can only
and
hide
not the
psychics.
churches.
So
No.
No.
I'll hide.
I can hide an
anybody,
individual
they
in
just
plain
can't move.
sight as long as they're motionless. It doesn't fool senses, just the people looking at the senses.
wait a second. When we were going through the Warzodian jungle before, and a park ranger came across us, he said even though it's an offense, we should light a fire because that will keep away the wildlife.
That was
Yes.
at night when we were
And-
sleeping.
but
right?
also, like, if having a fire is an offense, then a park ranger who notices us will come to that fire.
Yeah.
So if we can survive into the night and set up a big ass fire next to this red pod, maybe we can get the park rangers who are on our side rather than the church.
Yeah.
Go on.
Okay.
Hey, low.
No one has any objections.
I'm going to keep most of my concentration on the
Yeah.
On the thing in the ship.
Thank you.
Thunderbear.
Thunderbear, yeah.
Thunderbear.
Because if it decides to get aggressive, I'd prefer to be there to not have it rip everyone's face as well.
Okay.
Very nice of you.
I guess go and look for things to start a bonfire with. Jungle. Okay, survival rolls.
Getting punished. I've got my dice again. That must be good. What's a survival roll?
Under knowledge.
So if I have 3D in the thingy and I have 2D
Surprised
in
to have 5D for that.
Which is
Oh, one this got in my bag.
many days.
I have many days.
12? You need to roll for survival.
No.
I'm going to say that you guys make a fairly sizable and controllable bonfire.
I have pretty solid survival.
I have 18.
I have 16.
Oh yeah.
We succeed in burning the right amount of stuff.
So, within a couple hours, this guy shows up. Actually, you don't see him at first. You hear a sound that sounds very familiar, but different at the same time. It's a Jerry. You notice it first, and your stomach grumbles almost instantly. You spot a turbo weasel. This one with black fur.
Oh.
Turbo weasel just kind of does a quick flyby and then zips away, and then you can hear the footsteps of a park ranger's battle armor. He shows up to the fire, puts its staff down, and then you can see that he was about ready to disengage, and then he spots the Churchers, and then goes into combat mode.
Someone who can speak faster than a balloon.
You're wearing like the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's not going to be happy with you either. I'm like in the entranceway to the ship looking inwards. Yeah, obviously I'd be aware of what's going on, but I'm still concentrating on not having everyone killed by the Thunderbear.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy to dispose of the Churchers, so I don't give a damn.
Well, we need to...
Do we look like we are in alliance with the church people? Or can we just let them take out the church people?
Yeah, but
Then my
Jerry
thing-
looks like a church person at
Make
the moment.
yourself not look like
Hey,
a
this
church.
second big lizard
Can't
with a
take off
Bible.
my
Yeah,
Bible.
it's
What is
confusing.
that, my friend? You are.
What's your
My
Bible?
Bible's adapted.
It's a big book.
Take a lot of practice.
Got a big good one.
We don't have time for this.
The ranger would know that
But they...
the alone march.
Speak up, they can't hear you over here.
The ranger would know that you're not really.
But they...
Because you're alone.
Yeah,
No one
yeah,
else
yeah.
is
The alone part is working in your favor.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a roll for him, which he rolled pretty high. He puts down his staff. Now you understand that even though these things are, these power armors are, designed for non-lethal stopping, large critters, it could easily kill you with one strike with this thing. The power armor goes down to one knee, and the panels open up. And the park ranger, you see this guy with this almost this unkept beard. He's been out here for a while. A couple scars, and some of the scars look like they've come from creatures. He's been in physical tangles with creatures. He climbs out and pulls out another staff. This one more his size. He's like, okay, so there better be some explanations real quick.
We've got a Thunderbear in our ship.
Thunderbears.
And none of our electronics are working.
And until recently, we were held captive by these churches.
There's a quick glance between you and the park ranger of like, yeah, we'll deal with that later. Park ranger goes in, it opens up one of the legs of the power armor, and pulls out like a half a leg of something. He goes and he throws it onto the fire.
I'm so hungry.
Stuff.
He says, okay. And now we wait.
Yeah, where do I take you?
He gets back into the power armor.
I'm gonna, at this point, move out of the way of the corridor that I was guarding. Maybe just step to the left and...
Okay, so about 20 minutes later, you can hear the scraping as the Thunder Bear goes through the hallway and comes out the airlock and down the ramp. This thing is massive. The park ranger goes and sticks a staff into the fire and moves the leg of cooked meat in its general direction, and then waits for the Thunder Bear to just dive in. It's still on fire, and the Thunder Bear doesn't care. It just starts chowing. And then the park ranger does the equivalent of a dick move. And that is that he whips around his staff and clocks this thing really hard. You can hear the bang as it knocks this Thunder Bear over, and he basically jumps on top of this thing and holds it down, and then goes, "Get inside, quick!" I need reaction rolls from everybody.
How many dice is that?
Agility?
Yeah, agility, I think.
Agility?
Anybody who rolls lower than a 10, let me know.
Fuck.
They rolled a less than 10.
I need a third dice.
Oh, thank you.
Got a 6. 11.
I need a colored dice.
I'm good.
You're good.
Agility, yeah.
Did anyone else make it?
Yeah,
I
I
made
got
it.
14.
Okay.
I got a 10.
I got 11.
I ran for once in my life.
like screw this, Thunder Bears. Fuck that.
Is that anything to teach you how to run? It's a Thunder Bear.
That's part of our new training process. Is throw up a picture of a Thunder Bear and have it run real fast. Ah! 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. You're a 1, you're a 2, and then all the rest of the numbers are the park ranger. This is who the Thunder Bear attacks. Actually, it doesn't attack you.
Spectral Gadar.
You're allergic?
No, your special power. You do not show up as food to wild animals.
Great.
It is.
Wow.
They do not register you as food or a hostile.
Fucking lucky.
You know it's true, everyone. You pointed it out on the character sheet.
Yes, it says here,
Not food.
animals, do not perceive Gadar as food. Full stop.
Wow. Lucky.
Very.
So does
I
that
got
mean we
nothing.
just lose Dave?
Not tasty.
Dave, how do you feel about a second
Dave,
titanium arm?
no!
I'm good. This motherfucker.
Find it very useful.
Okay. The Thunder Bear continues to fight with the park ranger, and the park ranger, even in the power armor, is taking some damage. Okay. Next round, everyone gets inside the ship, and the doors close.
Wait, wasn't I hiding anyway? So I didn't even need to roll.
No.
I wasted my run.
Yes.
It's okay, but you proved
I proved that I can.
Yeah, you can do it.
You've been listening to the Starfall Actual Play Podcast, written and directed by Kevin C. Mason. Subscribe to us on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever else you can find a podcast. Become a Patreon backer by going to patreon.com/starfallpodcast. Get a copy of Roll vs. Roll at Gamescrafter or Drive-Thru RPG.